つれづれなるままに。Don't know what my language, my thoughts are. Don't know what my body, my skin can inform you. Don't know what my nation, my beliefs can tell you. I have desires, I have fears, hate that consume me. You can read me as you wish, with misunderstanding. That's okay, since we can't align our thinking process precisely. I'm trying to be sharp as a sword that I possess, like a patriot, an officer in his final sexual act, an orgasm, in a desperate attempt to give ultimate pleasure to his young wife. Sex and death, action, consciousness and oblivion, betrayal, honor, nation, failure to function as social creatures, politics. There are these children getting lost in the sands by the sea, ocean devouring their tiny bodies, a promise of something good, of a future denied, despair of a middle-aged woman, a servant. Woman who spent her life serving others, desperately calling their names. A despair of a life not lived and being punished in such a horrific manner. There are sounds of the waves, hot summer days vanishing, deep red disk of the sun slowly drowning as those two little girls into the dark Pacific Ocean. Have you seen Visconti's Death in Venice? After all, I'm a writer. That's what I do. Have you read Thomas Mann's novel, Getting Lost in Desire, and desire as a hybrid between life and death?
What are you doing to me? Talk to me.
There's not much to say.
You're so reckless. You want to paint the whole world with your blood.
There is a limit. We've reached the twilight of the gods, falling down the mountain, crashing into the sea. Oh, twilight of the gods. I'm looking at you straight into the eye, but you're blind and cannot see. Oh, twilight of the gods. Underneath the motorway, roaring engines, blinding lights. Oh, twilight of the gods. You're running and crying in the rain. Oh, twilight of the gods, flowing blood underneath the sheets. You know something is wrong. Oh, the twilight of the gods. There's no way back, Lucie.
Mishima. There's no need for your poetry and double talk. You feel like a god? Yes. You were my god. You to fuck me. Very hard. So what's going on? It's not going the right way. What is she doing here?
She's on the edge. I'm afraid she will hurt herself. Do you have feelings for her? Plus, she works for me.
Love?
I don't want to discuss such matters. I'm working.
So am I. What do you think I'm doing here?
No. I'm missing you. But things are getting stranger and stranger. I'm losing point of all of this. And politics are getting murkier and murkier. I feel like I'm drowning in a swamp. No, only she's helping me. They have a grasp on reality, a sense of stability. Trust me, it's scary. I'm losing it all. In her own way, she is helping me. Something you can never do. Plus, you live in New York City. Where were you when I needed you?
Sorry. I'm not softened into submission. Well, about sex. God, I miss you. So, no.
I don't know.
So know what? You know where I live. You're the master of the world. You can do whatever you want. And that little girl, or whatever she is, I mean, she's not even ready. So what's up? What's up with you? I guess she must be very good in bed. I wouldn't imagine you would be in love with her mind.
Well, I am. Something you will never understand.
Whatever, I don't care. I really dislike her. So now, what I really want to know is, will I see you while you're in town?
I will try. But I'm super busy. I'm supposed to do this photo shoot with my publisher who is hellbound. Plus, she's never more than 1 inch away. I will try. I will find a way. I just don't want this to end in a tragedy.
It could be your next book. Blood, sex, violence. Just right. Mishima Film.
Yes, there. Please, what is your question?
Mishima Sensei, thank you for giving me the opportunity to ask you a question. You mentioned Death in Venice, which deal with such Western construct as the tension between Apollinian resonant intellect and Dionysian passion, which at the end destroyed the main protagonist. Is this principle of duality also part of Japanese culture? Are you bridging the divide between East and West? And can you define, in a rough measure, what would this divide be? Thank you. I see. If you don't mind, I have another question.
Please.
there's this post-war generation of artists with a heavy, sharp, super clear criticism of fast, after-the-war, brutal building of capitalism in their societies. Like, for example, Pier Paolo Pasolini. In a rough measure, it comes from opposite ideological divide from yours. But you two, especially using sexuality as a tool, have a similar strategy. Thinking about death, that's the way you mentioned it before, is the horror in the gutter on the edge of the city of Rome. His body being brutalized, car driving over it time and time. Horror. No subliminal beauty in his demise. What do you think about it? Political murder? Do artists deserve to die for their work? The morality of it all?